The GROW model in 3 minutes. The GROW model in coaching is a really good framework to learn what to include and what to focus on in your coaching sessions. And when I started learning coaching, I was asked to follow this model really strictly at first. And then as I internalized it, I could let it go more and more and just follow the flow. GROW is an acronym that stands for goal, reality, options, and will or way forward. So goal is about defining what does the client want to get out of this session. So you explore, okay, what do you want to talk about today? Why is this important? Given we have 60 minutes today, what do you want to take away for this session to feel successful? And you can also explore, okay, what do you need from me as a coach so that you can achieve that? Then we come to reality. And here you explore the current situation, the reality for the client. And it's important to note that this is for the client to see their situation clearly and maybe from new perspectives. It's not for you as a coach to try to assess the situation in any way. So you might ask, okay, when does this happen? How does this feel when it happens? And you can dig a bit deeper and ask, okay, what's the root cause of this? What aren't we talking about here? So you try to challenge the client a bit to see things from new perspectives. And then we go to options. This is where you try to explore all different kinds of paths forward that the client can take. So you might ask, if you don't do anything, what happens then? If you weren't afraid, what would you do then? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Or if you would give advice to a friend in a similar situation, what would you say to them? And then we go into the will or way forward. And this is where you try to tie everything together and make a good plan for the client and make them motivated to go out and actually execute. So you might ask, okay, what do you take away from today's session? What's your plan going to look like? What's your next step? What can you do today? And then you go into the motivation a bit. So, okay, how motivated are you to execute on this plan? How can we increase that motivation? And then you can also look at, okay, what obstacles do you see along the way? How can you deal with them? Who can help you along the way, for example? So that's the GROW model in 3 minutes. I'm Alfred. This is my coaching journey. I'll talk to you soon.